need to know everybody's like why I'm calling them their nickname.
Oh yeah.
I'm very. You can't. No. I'm not gonna blindly trust your nickname.
What's the wildest nickname you ever heard that you never? Well, okay, so you question all of them. What's the one? Has there ever been one where you haven't questioned it?
Nope.
No.
And
there's never been like Stevie the Rim Job, and you're like, I guess I could question.
I questioned him because I wasn't gonna call him that.
Oh, you were like, I'm not calling you.
Yeah,
Stevie.
it turns out he was good at dunking.
Oh. It's like one of those old timey terms. It's like, wait a minute, what?
Okay, because you know what? Don't even worry about it.
I just want to let you know in the future things are way different. I'm the best rim jobber around here.
Pick me first. I'm a rim jobber.
You know, it's kind of. Do you ever? I tried to have a bit a while ago about like old time because like slang now. Mm-hmm. I think is. I mean. I'm 41, so I could easily be like, slang right now is retarded. It's really stupid.
It's bad.
And I think it is.
It's bad.
I think it's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
However, when I look back at like things that I said when I was in high school that I remember people like, but then like one thing that I remember being, even when I was using it, I was like, what the fuck are we talking about? And that was fat.
Okay.
Fat was a word that I remember even when that was the word.
Yeah.
I remember being like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
Right? Like, this is fucking really dumb.
My problem with slang is that I put it through the imagery test. Like if the imagery of it makes sense to me, I'm like, all right.
But okay, so what did fat ever make sense to you?
Yeah, because it's like it's bursting with awesomeness. You know what I mean? It's like yeah. It's like diabetic coolness. And then,
that is obese.
It's
dude.
obese.
That's
bursting.
obese.
It's like
I would take obese over fat. It's almost like, that's beast.
Yeah, but you need hard consonants.
Yeah, you got it. You can't.
Yeah, like obese.
It's like, obese,
yeah,
dude.
It's like that's what a homosexual. That's the homosexual.
But if someone was, I think that's how it would ever. Because there are guys who would say it when I was in middle school. They'd be like, that's fucking fat. That is so fat.
It has hard consonants.
Yeah,
start hard and end
but
hard.
I just think it just sounded so stupid. Another one that I understood, but I also thought sounded fucking. When people were like, that's mad buttery, dude.
Whoa, hold on.
Yeah,
wait,
that's butter.
That's two different slangs together.
Butter.
That's mad and butter.
Mad butter.
So can we just start with like I love mad.
I guess mad's all right.
Because like mad was also mad is angry, but mad is also crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy,
right?
Yeah.
So it's crazy amounts.
Yeah, I get mad more than I get butter.
Silky smooth.
I get
smooth
what it.
Like
no, but I understood it. But if someone says like, that's mad fat, I'd be like, that's kind of retarded.
But like, you would say we had the phrase like a hot knife through butter.
I get that,
and that was smooth.
That's smooth because that is smooth.
But then you cut that down. Slang truncates everything. So you can't be like, that's like a mad hot knife through butter.
I mean, you could say that, and no one would question.
I walked away.
No one would question it.
I didn't even.
I'd be like, wow, it's what they're saying. I wouldn't question that.
I did a military about face halfway through that sentence and marched away.
I'm not walking away. If you said that, I'd be like, wow, that's a great. I guess that is. I wouldn't even question it. It's like now though. I think that I could make all the fucking jokes like 6'7" is fucking retarded.
That's not a slang though. That's something that linguists call a synecdoche.
A synecdoche?
Synecdoche, yeah.
What is that?
It is a phrase that has no meaning other than knowing that it's a phrase.
Okay. Okay.
It's like, kind of like holla at your boy almost.
But holla at your boy means come talk to me. If you were like, holla at your boy.
That's fair.
Holla at your boy.
But you could also be like, without you could just do something. Oh man, holla at your boy. Or I could be like, yo, whose man is this? Somebody come holla at their boy real quick.
Yeah, but if you said that, I would be like, if you were like, man, holla at your boy, I'd be like, what does that even mean?
You're right.
But if you were using it in a sentence like, yo, you need to holla at your boy, I'd be like, yo, go fucking talk to
yeah,
that
I can't think of the phrase. It was like, remember when it was like a Japanese game show, and they would just like run through different things, and like things will knock them down. It would be like really
maximum MXC.
MXC, right?
Yeah.
They had a phrase on there that they used to say all the time that was a Schenectady. I can't remember what it was, but that show had one, and it was like a popular. It was a popular.
Really, I can't remember.
Yeah,
I mean, I do know that. So the joke I had though was about like, slang is stupid now, and you could easily make that claim. However, I think slang from the 40s is ridiculous in the way that like the meaning has completely changed. Like, I don't think 6'7" or holler at your boy is going to mean something perverted in the future. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? As where in the 1940s, boner and hard dick were phrases you could say that meant something completely different. Like if I was like, yo, when I get home, my dad's definitely going to give me some hard dick. Everyone would be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Really, though, hard dick in the 1940s just meant stern advice.
Okay. Yeah.
And then also boner in the 40s just meant a goof. Mm-hmm. Meant I made a mistake or just a fucking just dumb thing that I did.
Yeah.
And then you could be like, man, my dad is going to, when I get home, he's going to give me some hard dick about the boner I had earlier. And everyone would just be like, yeah, of course he is. Yeah. But if you were to say that now, and be like, yo, we need to call Child Protective Services on your father. This is crazy. You can't be doing this.
That kind of reminds me of, that, and I never understood it. I would have to like really get in and learn all the different definitions for this one word. But like, it's a grammatically correct sentence to say, buffalo, 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 buffalo.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. That's crazy. I want to, like, every time I see shit like that, I want to fight somebody.
But why is that? Why is that grammatically correct?
Because the first buffalo is the noun buffalo.
Buffalo.
The next buffalo is a verb.
But wouldn't that be like the buffalo? Like, wouldn't you need...
No, because buffalo plural is buffalo. You don't say buffaloes.
I know, but if you were saying the buffalo.
Well, no. But because you can say, you don't need to say the people. You say people.
I guess so. Yeah.
Right. So it's that. It's like the plural possessive buffalo. So
okay.
buffalo,
and then buffalo. What's the third buffalo?
Listen. I don't even know what the second buffalo means. You want to jump to the definition?
I think someone needs to give you some hard dick about buffalo, dude. Someone needs to give me some hard dick about these sentences, dude.
No, I don't mean to be a boner.
I don't know what the fuck is going on, dude. It is nuts. But I think, in the future, I can only hope we go back to, regular speaking. Honestly, I think that, and I saw the other day that they're trying to, in certain schools or in certain scholastic administrations, they're trying to get rid of phonics.
Did you just throw out the phrase scholastic administrations as if that made you somehow?
Holla at you, boy. Holla at me.
Oh no!
Holla, bitch!
Yeah. That's how I turn on my Siri.
Holla at you, boy.
Holla at your boy. What's the definition of it? Let me turn this bitch down.
I was hoping she'd respond with shit. Shit. This is the answer. That'd be so sick.
Yeah. But scholastic administrations are doing what
like
now?
That? it was? These butteries. I was getting so fed up with slang. I was like, yo, I gotta sound smart.
Yeah, that was like a hot knife through butter. He did it.
I was trying to rim job this. I was trying to rim it hard. Apparently, they're getting rid of phonics.
Yeah.
They're getting rid of phonics.
But what is phonics?
So phonics is like sounding out a word. It's like breaking it down. Like when you'd go to dog, you'd be like, dog.
Yeah, so they're bringing it back now.
They're bringing back phonics?
Yeah, they tested it. It was a test. Dude, I'm one of the reasons they're bringing it back.
Well, the thing I saw the other day is they're getting rid of phonics, and what they're doing is they're doing word association. So
they were, but go ahead.
What I saw again, I don't know how old this was. I just saw this the other day, and I was like, "That's fucking crazy." So basically, they wouldn't have you sound out butterfly. What they would do is they'd show you a picture of a butterfly, tell you that's
it was a stick of butter with wings.
Yes, basically, it's like this is butterfly. That's what this word is. That's what the picture is. They wouldn't tell you how to like sound it out or spell it. They just try to make the association through the picture.
Yes, so that's a part of what they're doing. There's also something called sight words and
sight words.
Dude, so the reason I've ever told you that I'm not allowed to go to PTA meetings anymore.
No, but that doesn't surprise me.
Okay,
at no point that not at all surprising.
Dude, this is all over phonics. This is crazy.
I can't go anywhere.
Dude, it gets me so heated to talk about this. This is why I probably don't talk about it very much.
I've never heard you complain about it.
Dude, it makes the steam come out of my ears.
Phonics.
Because apparently I made 2 teachers cry.
Over phonics?
Over phonics. I only got to see one of them cry.
Oh.
The other one allegedly cried.
Walked out of the room.
Off camera. It was a Zoom.
Oh, it was a
Zoom. They didn't even... Dude... I made these bitches cry and they didn't even get to feel my aura.
What? So wait, what was the fucking deal? What was the problem?
They were trying to teach sight words over phonics, and my son was having trouble learning to read through this other method.
Of course. Yes.
But here's the deal. The way that they measure success for anything that they implement in the scholastic administration
You're welcome.
Anything that a scholastic administration deems as successful.
Sons of bitches. Can you say that next time? I know you're not allowed to go to these meetings anymore, but you're like, I've had enough of this scholastic administration. They've barred me from one too many meetings.
This scholastic administration has committed one boner act after another.
And I'm about to give you some hard dick about what I think.
It's time for the hard
dick.
Dude,
you give them the hardest dick about phonics.
It's time for you guys to face some real hard dick.
I'm sorry.
At my hand.
I'm the one who has to bring you the hardest dick you've ever had to take. So you basically were bitching about this phonics being not...
So... Again,
administered.
It's very important to know that I have a passion for linguistics.
That is important.
And you don't just know that by looking at me, right?
No.
And it's not the average everyday hobby. So when they're talking to parents, they're not expecting for somebody to know what they're talking about in this realm.
Sure.
Because they're always trying to use an appeal to authority as if, like, we went to a couple seminars and they told us that this is the best, And the person has to be like, oh, well, I didn't go to any seminars. You have to let it go.
Yeah.
But they were, so my son was struggling with sight words.
Got you.
And do you know what sight words are?
That's again, like I said, like they show you the picture of the thing, and then they should tell you this is the word, this is what it's associated with.
So it's a little bit different.
Okay.
So what a sight word is a word that you see so often in the course of reading.
Okay.
That your brain no longer sounds them out because it knows those words.
Oh.
So a word like the.
Yeah.
Like you see it so often that when you see it on a piece of paper, you're not sounding out the, you're seeing the.
Okay.
And there's like the buffalo.
Gotcha.
And now you got to sound out buffalo.
Yeah, buffalo.
Yeah. The buffalo. Right?
This sentence sucks.
So when you tell a kid that they can just memorize the words as opposed to sounding them out.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they're going to want to do. They want to do the easier thing, not
Sure.
just memorize
Yeah.
the words.
Yeah.
But the thing is, sight words don't work unless you have so much reading experience that sight words are created in your own mind. You can't do it backwards.
Okay.
Right? Because that's the whole point of a sight word. A sight word is the word that you see so often through reading that your brain no longer needs to sound it out.
Gotcha.
So when you try to go backwards,
Yeah.
you're putting the cart before the horse.
Sure.
Right? So a word like there, them, they, that's all the to a sight word kid.
Oh, yeah, yeah. All right.
see what I'm
I
saying?
see what you're saying. Yeah.
So my son was struggling, and turned out it wasn't just my son. It was literally most of the people in his class.
Yeah.
But that's not how they judge success in a scholastic administration.
How do they judge success?
One person. Oh. If it works for one person, it's a success.
Yeah, that's not how that should work. That seems completely backwards.
Dude, it's like you're a fucking school.
Yeah.
You should know
if
better
you're
than that.
If you have a school, if you have a class full of 30, and only one person is that's backwards.
But here's the deal. That one person that is like knocking it out of the park with sight words would likely struggle with phonics.
Of course, sure.
So they're saving the one person. They're sacrificing 29 to save the one. Because we all know in a scholastic administration, the marginalized people are the most important.
Well, that's not how that works. It may be how it
That's
works.
how it works.
Look, that's how it works now. When all these thes are running the
Yes. It's too many thes.
There's too many thes, dude. When the thes are in control,
you gotta do something.
They're like, you know what? We're cutting off the hard dick, and we're just giving you we're giving you the thes. That's crazy, because when I was in school, it was more like, if you were struggling, it sucked. They took you from, because
they got you out of the way.
That's so wild.
They got you out. You were a speed bump. They needed you.
Not
out
only
of the
were
way.
you a speed bump. So when I was in school, it was like, say you had a class full of 30 kids, and you were the one who was struggling. Everybody else is doing well, and you were struggling. They took you out because I remember there was something like, they were worried about like, almost like people around you being affected by your inability. They were like, it's contagious.
Yeah. You're poisoning.
Your stupidity is going to affect other people. And they took you out and they put you in a remedial class where you were around other people who were in the same boat as you.
Yeah.
And then really they were just like, all right, well, what we're going to do here is we're going to find out who's the dumbest one in this one. And then we're going to put them in there was, what the fuck was it? It was called something. It was like,
not special ed, but before special ed.
it was something other than special ed. It was like,
remedial is what it was before that.
Yes. And then special education was there because I was in sped for a little bit. But then there was also, it was like life skills. Like they took people who were like actually really, you know what's crazy? They took kids who were struggling so hard with like reading and math.
Yeah.
And they took them and put them in a class. It was like, all right, we know you're not going to be able to do it. Let's teach you how to use a checkbook and cook. They gave them actual life skills.
Yeah, we need to fit you for steel toe boots.
Yeah, but they also gave us stuff. It's like, kids are learning algebra and getting out of school and like, what the fuck did I learn all this algebra from? And then the retarded kid's like, well, I know how to make sure I'm getting a loan.
Yeah.
It's like,
I've been welding for 3 years now.
I'm actually on my own home.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck. I'm living in a fucking apartment. I have no idea what to do with this shit.
But and that was like, all the bad apples knew how to survive.
Straight up. They were really just making them like, yo,
but they needed to know that
very
right
much
away.
so.
Because like things evened out quickly after high school.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
With those people. But again, a lot of those people from special ed and stuff, I'm blown away by how well they're doing in life now.
I mean, I think it's got a lot to do with the fact that when you get into special ed, here's what I'll say about being in special ed. Because I was in it for mathematics. I mean, I'm the worst at math. I've always been bad at it. I don't have any real concept. I have delusions of grandeur with it.
Yeah.
Like I do that. Like I'll watch a documentary about like the theory of relativity and like they'll be throwing numbers. I'm like, yeah, I got it. Like
I see those.
My
numbers.
brain's like, yes, that's a 3.
Come here.
Like,
That's a 3, right?
You know what that
That's
is?
three?
You see that?
Look at that. You knew that?
That's a fraction, y'all. Like, I know what that means.
Hey, babe, come here. That X represents a number that they don't know.
They don't even get it.
They don't even know.
Decimal.
Yeah.
Just like, but like, I think when you reach a level of being in special ed, the one thing about
Reach a level of being in
special ed, yeah, you reach this level.
That's a crazy phrase.
It is wild.
Yeah.
But in the scholastic administration, when you reach a level of being in special ed, the pressure is off of you. Like when you're in high school and people are like really like, hey, these are the things you need to learn to get into like a college. These are the things you need to learn to get into any post high school graduate education. When you're in fucking SPED, especially in fucking, the Springford School District, which Springford at the time when I was in high school, we had the highest percentage of special ed students in any school in Montgomery and Chester County. It was wild.
What a record.
Dude, it was nuts.
Did you also have the highest amount of black kids?
Actually,
no. Did you also have the highest amount of rappers in your school?
Dude, we had some mad buttery students.
Yeah. That's like, so I always say that if you ended the special ed program, you would essentially be eradicating the music industry.
Yeah, straight up.
Fucking your rappers are gone and your country singers
you're definitely gone. But the thing was, like, when you were in it, like, so, you had all these other kids who were in, like, dude, there were so many kids I knew. That was what was also nuts. There was such a small percentage of kids I graduated with that were in regular classes. There was a huge percentage that was in, like, advanced placement. And then there was an even bigger percentage in remedial and special education.
Gotcha.
The amount of kids that were just like middle of the fucking road was out of control. I don't think I really knew anybody who was like, yeah, I'm taking a regular fucking class. Everyone,
well, you were kind of with a group.
Look, man,
we
weren't allowed a lot of places. We weren't allowed.
Yeah, you had a community.
Yeah, you know what? A very strong one.
Very
retard
physically strong. Community.
There was this guy, Dan. He could lift a car. He was definitely exercising his life skills. But like when you are in these classes, they do kind of set it straight. They're like, look, a lot of you are not like you can get into community college. But like when it comes down to like
this community,
this
community college,
Montgomery County, yes,
you get into a community college, a college of this community.
All right your here. Teachers are former students.
You might be one of your teachers right now.
Wow. Looks like the student has become the master here. That's how it was, dude. But yeah, the pressure, like you get into these classes.
Take the diploma from my hands. Oh shit, I forgot to close. Oh shit.
There is no diploma. You're right. There's only a punching card at the Sunoco. That's all your diploma is, dude. Yeah, that's all it is,
that
dude.
That would be crazy.
That would.
You, instead of getting a diploma, like for special ed, you open up your thing and there's a bunch of different punch cards.
Yeah.
Like you can, like,
it's just your schedule for working at Wawa. Like, wait a minute. I don't want to work Saturdays. Sorry. You got it. Bev's been here for 3 years. She's taking a vacation.
Dude,
let it be.
Imagine how much better than everybody else you feel when you open up your diploma thing and your schedule is for Whole Foods.
Oh man, I would crush. I'd be like, "What are you fucking talking about?"
Okay.
Whoa,
okay,
non-union plus $9.25 an hour. Get the fuck out of here!
Yeah, you and the Target people are looking at everybody else like you guys are losers.
Just crossing our arms. Yeah, just be. It's like, look at my red shirt, you piece of shit. Yeah. You don't get it. But yeah, the pressure was like when you get in there. Mm-hmm. Your teachers weren't like, if you work really hard, you'll get here.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't from elementary school to middle school. Mm-hmm. the thing was, if you work really hard, you can get this out of life. The last 2 years of high school, it was like, look, man, this is the way it's going to fucking be. Like, it was, they really kind of said, when you're in remedial classes, I don't know what they were telling people in advanced placement or regular classes. But when you're in remedial, they're like, look, dude, this is how it is.
Yeah, it's like, guys, you can't work harder than life. Life is always going to be outworking you to fuck you.
Yeah, you're going to get the hard dick from life.
Dude, life is going to work you.
Yeah, I mean, there was a couple teachers. I remember there was one guy, Mr. Merlesque. He was like, dude, he's like, life wins.
Yeah.
He was like, look, there's no ways, like, you can do this and that. He's like, and sometimes you get a good bounce. He's like, I'm not going to say some of you won't get lucky with things that you do.
Yeah.
He's like, a lot of you, though, you need to understand. A lot of you, like, this guy was a piece of shit. I will say he's a piece of shit.
He's from the community.
Definitely. Because he did say, he's like, a lot of people are not leaving this town. He's like, I never left this town.
There it is.
Like, yo, dude, I get what you're saying. And for the most part, even the people who were like, in track 4 trigonometry.
Yeah.
They were like, yo, I'm still living in Royersford.
Yeah.
I didn't go anywhere.
It's also a lot of the women in this class will be hit by a man at some point in their life.
Oh, man, there's a couple chicks that I knew right away that were like, you would meet them, and especially like, you get into high school, so we also had transfer students from like, well, that was weird too. We would get transfer students from like Pottstown, Mafacton, Phoenixville. I don't know why we would get them, but we did every now and then. And
we didn't have enough room for our special ed.
That's probably why.
Yeah.
We were getting
the overflow.
We were
getting the overflow.
We were taking on so many.
Pottstown was fat with special education.
They were like, yo, we got to take these special ones.
We were bursting at the seams with the rappers.
We were just taking so many
rappers.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy too. That at one point in time, I think it was my senior year, and it was the only time I ever remember seeing it. We had a foreign exchange student. And I don't know who our student that we sent to Ireland, but we got 2 foreign exchange students from Ireland.
Yeah.
And they were like, yo, everyone here is so fucking dumb. Like, they were kind of blown away by the American school. They were like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like, you guys are learning this shit? It's like, yeah, what are you talking about? Like, this is completely backwards.
No. Yeah, we are on average shockingly dumb.
Oh, we're the kings of it.
But we're also shockingly confident.
The kings.
Yeah.
What are you talking
that's
about,
like,
dude?
I was one of those guys in advanced placement and honors classes, but I had the confidence of a person in special education.
I mean, those guys they are the most confident person in the world.
Well, but no. They are the most arrogant people.
What?
They're arrogant.
Arrogant, yeah. Well, I met there was a guy, so that was the thing too. There were dudes that were in the class that, and like, back then, we called them idiot savants. There was a couple dudes that were like, borderline, they were autistic, but they were like borderline, almost like they couldn't really do anything else.
Yeah.
But then if you got this guy, there was a dude who, again, he was in special ed for literally everything. But this guy knew like algebra and physics like you wouldn't like he just like it was almost like Goodwill Hunting. And we just watch him do shit and be like, this is why, this is why, this is why, this is why. And then there was another guy who was kind of crazy. He, again, I don't know if this is intelligence, but it was pretty amazing. If you said any word within a second, he could tell you how many letters were in that word. You could just say like the longest word you could and be like, it's 26 letters, or it's like this or that. He would just kind of bail out, and it's like, what is the practical application of it? It's like nothing. He just knows how many things are in a thing.
How many letters are in a word?
He also could do this thing if you poured. This was another thing. If you poured water into a glass, he could eyeball and tell you how many ounces it was.
Dude, I'm actually pretty good at that.
That's fucking nuts.
I'm pretty sick at that.
That is a wild thing.
You know what else? And again, I'm going to put myself under a lot of pressure, so I'm probably not going to be good at it right now. But if you take a year from the past, I can tell you how much $1 was worth.
Take a year from the past.
Any year
you
from
can
the
tell
past.
me how much.
I can like $100 would be this then, this now.
All right, how much is $2 in 1935?
That's a very interesting time. It's a very interesting time because it's right after the Great Depression.
I know.
And after the Great Depression, the dollar was like a lot stronger than you would think that it would be for that time period. So $100 is like in 1935, $100 back then would be kind of close to what $100 is now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. But I will say so I was telling you about that fucking that time travel show I was watching. Mm-hmm. There's a point in time in the show where the main character goes to buy a car.
Yeah.
And he buys a brand new car for $700.
Let's go.
And again, he's from the future. So he's like, what? And the guy's like, I know it's a little steep. It's like the amount of things. I'm just like, man. Now, it's funny because I saw that the car was only $700, brand new. Mm-hmm. And after I watched that show, I walked to CVS to get something to drink, and I was going to buy a Cadbury cream egg. One Cadbury cream egg. I want you to guess how much one Cadbury cream egg was.
$700.
I would, dude. It might as well have been. Yeah. It was $1.99.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
For one, I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That was, and it's crazy because then you look back and like, I remember when I was in special ed, those were fucking 25 cents.
Those are free.
Dude, they were
That's basically what we sustained on.
Yeah, that's what there was actually like a hamster feeder in the corner of the room.
Yeah. You want your Cadbury cream egg scrambled or you want an omelet?
Can I get a cream egg McMuffin, please?
Can I get a soft boiled Cadbury cream egg,
can I just break it with a spoon in a little fucking thing?
Yeah.
It's just a very wild thing, and I don't think, now with the phonics. So wait, we never touched. Why'd you make these bitches cry?
So the phonics thing.
Phonics,
right? So my son was when I found out that other kids were struggling with the way that they were teaching reading.
Yeah,
dude, I almost lost my shit. Where it was like, then why are you teaching it this way? And then they brought up all these stats about like all the kids that were struggling before and now they're not struggling now. And it's like, what, like 3 people in class opposed to all the other kids that are struggling?
Yeah.
Like, so we're going to go down to the lowest common denominator. Like, and again, I was like, it should be the other way around. Because we create more potential for success, more people that can pull those people up.
Yeah.
Like, they can't pull up the weight of the
that's too heavy. That's not how the greater good works here.
They're going to look around and see how many people they need to pull up and like, maybe pulling people up isn't for me.
Man, I'm a genius. Yeah. that's not how that works.
I'm going to be the man and keep people down.
This is so good.
I'm going to go the other way.
You're teaching king stuff. Nobody needs that. Right? Nobody needs that.
So what she's talking to me and she's saying like, well, at certain ages, kids can't understand that there are different phonemes for the same letter combinations.
Okay.
And I was like, well, that's exactly false. Like, you can, for example, say they go, you can't teach a kid how to pronounce the word the by looking at it.
All right.
And I say, well, that's not true because TH has its own phenome, which is th.
Yeah.
And then you can stick almost any letter at the end of that and it's still the, except for an O.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's
like you can like accidentally make a kid say the with TH in a letter.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, this is insane. And then, so I just kept giving different examples. Every time they gave me an example of a word that they probably wouldn't be able to pronounce phonetically, I would tell them exactly why that was wrong.
Yeah.
And so they didn't expect for somebody to know even what a phenome is when they're having this conversation.
Yeah.
And that's how they shut parents up.
Well, yeah.
They start saying things that like the parent doesn't know or makes them sound smart.
Well,
and then be like, well, according to this scholastic administration, we don't, and it's just
I think a lot of it is they rely on complicity. They rely on you to be complacent, yes, with everything going on.
Because if you're complacent enough, you are complicit.
Yeah, that's
And I refuse to be complicit.
Well, that's mad buttery of you, dude.
Thank you very much.
That's very buttery.
Thank you very much.
You're a fat, you ain't fat complicit, dude.
So the phrase that made the teacher cry, and I shouldn't have said this.
Oh man,
looking back on it, I shouldn't have said this, especially when
you dirty bitch. I shouldn't have called her a fat retarded bitch.
Yeah.
Looking back, I was wrong.
She was vulnerable. She had just got crushed in the debate, right?
Yeah.
And there was no coming back from it. She had to concede on literally every point that she made. Mm-hmm. And then she said something else. And I was like, why are we doing this again? You're wrong. I'm right. This is easy. And that broke her.
Man. And then, look, I don't know how parent-teacher conferences go.
Yeah.
But I assume once you make someone in the scholastic administration cry, the conference is over.
Yeah,
I thought like the whole thing was like, yeah, well, I'm gonna go now.
Yeah. So
Did she just
now
shut
the
off? Yeah.
principal?
Yeah. I own the school now.
Am I the king of the scholastic administration?
We've just given you the deed. We'll send you over the deed, dude. Yeah, like, so she cries. Mm-hmm. Does anyone come to her aid? Does anyone try to back her up at all?
So she stopped talking.
Yeah.
And the other teacher that was in the conference kind of took over. And she was like trying to put on a brave face, according to her. Uh-huh. But she was crying.
Sure.
So
sure.
She cried on camera, but like I wasn't like, oh, that bitch is crying. I got her. You know?
Yeah.
It was like I didn't even get to see tears or blubbering or like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just like you say you're crying, and now the person you're saying it to has to treat you as if you were crying.
I see.
As if I made you cry.
Yeah, like you're the bad guy.
Then the person who had to tell me that I got to stop making teachers cry, I proved to them that, dude, I was on a warpath. I'm a different man now. Just keep in mind, I'm a different man. Like,
it was a different time.
It was a different
3
time.
years ago.
Yeah, 2022.
It was nuts. It was a wild. You know what? Everyone was flying off the handle.
Everyone was flying.
It was a very, very stressful.
We were all
period.
a little tense. It was post COVID.
You don't know what's going on.
It was crazy.
We don't know.
It was crazy, and I basically made her admit that the reason that teacher cried is because that teacher was a weak person, not because of anything that I did. So then
I will not. That's Sidney just not taking accountability.
Dude,
no, she was weak.
No, you can't take accountability for somebody else crying.
If you made them cry,
you can't. There's no such thing. Nobody has ever made anybody cry in the history of humankind. It can't happen.
Please elaborate.
You're crying based off of what you brought into that situation, not based off of the situation that's happening to you. If you're not a crier, you're not going to cry. If you're a crier, you're going to listen. I am a crier. This is why I know this for a fact. You're not a crier, so you don't get it. I am a crier. I'm a very sensitive man. Almost every commercial that has something to do with like parents and children, I cry. Dude, even if it's like I'm not even talking about,
that is making the visual and emotional conveyance is making they're trying
then
to
why
make
isn't
you cry.
why is
they're trying
then
to make
why
you
isn't
cry.
my wife crying?
Why isn't your wife cry? Because she's like, someone's got to fucking be a man in this guy.
Exactly.
That's not. That
exactly.
is no. She's
it's a choice.
You know what that is?
No, it's
you
a
are the
choice.
student weighing down the class.
Dude,
she's
you
trying
can't
to,
make a you can't make a person cry.
No, you can't.
Only a person with sensibilities that can be triggered by this event will cry. It's who your character and your disposition is why you're crying, not because of what's happened. You don't cry from external things; you cry from internal things.
I don't know.
It's the same thing.
I don't know about that.
Listen. I'll make this argument. This might be a little easier to understand. No one person can make another person feel ashamed.
No one person can make another.
No person can shame another human being. Like you can admonish another human being. You can tell another person they should feel shame, but you can't make another person feel shame. only that person's constitution as a human being can make them feel shame.
Okay. I'll bite on that.
It's the same thing.
I don't think it's the same.
It's the same thing.
I don't think it's the same thing. I don't think it's the same thing. So you're saying, okay, so the guy who was a former special ed student in Delaware County who just got busted for grave robbing, that guy, he doesn't feel shame. He can be pointed at. They're going to be like, what you did is shameful. This is a shameful act. And whether or not he'll feel shame is sure. But him robbing the grave of an infant made the parent cry. They were, yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Because that parent's sensibilities are that they feel powerless, helpless, and offended that grave was robbed.
But he made that. No. He put those into play.
No.
Yeah, he did.
No,
he did.
It just from a logical from an absolutely logical standpoint.
Okay. He's not making them cry.
Thank you.
They are crying because of what he did.
Sure.
They
are crying because of what he did. Yes, I agree with that.
But what he did. For every action, there's
weak ass bullshit ass.
Those weak ass baby grave having motherfuckers.
That's what made them cry. Their weakness make them cry.
I don't know if that's weakness. Would you consider your tears weakness?
Yes, every time.
Well, I mean, you're crying at commercials.
Well, they're pretty well made commercials. You know, dude. I cry at every Pixar movie. Dude, we just did a rewatch of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Multiple episodes made me cry. Dude, not only does it make me cry like with like sibling stuff and parent stuff, like parent to children and sibling stuff. Dude, when someone is trying really hard and you're like believing in themselves, no matter what their environment is telling them to believe about themselves, even though their surroundings is suggesting that they shouldn't believe in themselves and they should give up, and they keep trying, dude, that I get emotional.
That is wild. I mean, I understand. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. I just...
But it's not making me cry.
Okay, how would you feel about a physical response to crying? Like a physical stimuli causing tears. Like me laughing at you crying causes me to well up and cry. Is that you causing me to laugh? No,
because again, it's the same thing. I can do something funny, but I can't make you laugh.
Okay, the wind blowing in my face, causing my eyes to water,
but you're not crying.
I mean,
no. Eyes watering is yes. When you cry, your eyes water, but every time your eyes water, you're not crying.
Pain. If I am shot in the leg,
people who get shot don't cry.
Some people do.
No, it's too much. It's too much pain. It goes past the choice to cry. Like you can, you can't cry from. You can only cry from pain when you can feel the pain, and the pain doesn't supersede your offense to having the pain caused.
So you think a bullet crushes the cry recepting part of your brain? Like the emotional receptive part of your brain? No, because
it needs to be, there needs to be some sort of like emotional trigger to make you cry. And if the pain exceeds that emotional trigger, then you're not going to cry. The pain has to be less than the emotion, so you can actually put that emotional trigger through your mental algorithm and have crying come out as the outcome. I put it to you this way.
Look, I'm not saying you're wrong. What I am saying is you also sound like a person who would test this on the special ed.
I test on me.
I understand that. But if you're like, we're going to see if I can make these children cry. I'm not making you cry, children. You're crying.
See, this is the other this is the other reason why I feel this way. I come from a family of bullies.
Sure, yeah.
Right? People that are convinced that they can make people cry, right? And what I've noticed is, no, you're not making people cry. You're picking on the weak.
Sure.
So you have a good eye for people that are weak enough to cry.
It's called predators.
They're
called being a predator.
Well, they're bullies, right? So if you have a hammer If only you have a hammer, you only see nails.
Yeah, sure.
Right? Better yet, because the phrase is like, well, when you have a hammer, everything looks like a nail. Like, that's not the truth. When you have a hammer, you only see the nails.
Sure.
Right?
Sure, yeah, I guess so.
Because like a person that's gonna fuck you up if you try to make them cry, that doesn't look like a nail.
This is different for people in special ed, because if I have a hammer, I see a screw, I'm like, I can hammer that. If I see anything that even resembles anything that could be hit with it.
Dude, first of all, a screw is a nail.
It's technically, yeah, but
if you hit it hard enough,
it'll go in. Everything's a nail if you try hard enough.
Right?
If you try hard enough.
For sure.
You
can definitely, but you're not gonna. That's not the battle you're gonna fight.
Maybe.
Typically. So, again, I contend I didn't make these ladies cry. They cried because they were weak people.
And now, so that was then after you had stated that to this other person in the Scholastic administration.
Then there was the head of school pulled my wife aside to talk to her. Mm-hmm. And he said to her, he was like, look, your husband is too good at debating. Mm-hmm. Those were the words. That's a direct quote, by the way. Those are like a word for word quote.
Okay.
He's too good at debating.
He's just too damn good.
Yeah.
Look, we wanted to get him out of here, and if it were up to me, we'd keep him on. I'd hire him in a second if it was.
Yeah. And so the option was like he's going to have to stop debating with these ladies.
Sure.
Or figure out something else during these PTA meetings. And I was like, well, I'm not going to stop debating. I'm not going to not say something when they say something incredibly insane. Mm-hmm. I have to say something.
Okay.
This isn't just for me.
This is for the future of your children.
It's for the future of children.
Children in general.
Not just because it's like, dude, do you want to live in a society where motherfuckers can't read?
I mean, here's what I'm going to tell you. I do believe that. I do believe if we are on the trek that we are going on now. Mm-hmm. First off, let's look at it this way: the literacy rate in America is almost like 40%. It's very.
Oh, now this motherfucker trying to do math over here.
Yeah. There's a decimal point.
It's bad.
It's bad.
Yeah,
it's very bad.
Yeah.
So if we're going on the trajectory that will come from that, and then there's also, you have the rise of like talk to text. You have the rise of like people just listening to audiobooks. You have the rise of things like and technology taking over for you. There's a this is very it's in the same realm, but it's also like disconnected. So there was a theory that in the show Star Trek that they were like, yeah, it's amazing when you watch Star Trek, everyone in there is basically illiterate because they don't have to read or write. They exist in a future where they can just audibly command something to do whatever they want for them. No one knows how to spell and no one knows how to write. What they're doing is just being done for them. Words and reading and writing is kind of obsolete in this future. But they're still making.
That's somebody who was in special education trying to make the claim that the future is them.
No, I think it's also somebody. No, they never write. You ever see Captain Picard writing anything down?
I've never seen Batman write anything down.
He has.
I've never seen him write anything down.
He's typed it up.
I've never seen him write anything down.
Well, he also has Alfred. Alfred's written some notes.
Right? So, I mean...
I'm just saying, in the future...
Wait. I don't even know if that's true. One of them... Holy shit. I don't like that I know this. There's a Star Trek where somebody gets kind of marooned on a planet and he's starting to lose his mind a little bit. Mm-hmm. And he starts writing things down on the wall for if people find it later on.
Oh, might have been, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
maybe.
Well, I mean, listen.
I think this.
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna pick at your thing. I get what. I
said.
I get the theory.
This is loosely.
I get
this
the
is
theory.
loose.
I'm being a hard dick about it.
You're being a real fat hard dick about it. Dude.
Yeah. So let me stop.
You're being obese.
Let me stop,
dude.
I got in debate mode. I'm in debate mode now.
Stop it.
And I need to get out of it.
I'm not part of the Scholastic Administration.
I understand what the theory is saying.
So people are worried. Like, I understand what you're doing, but I think a lot of people are now. They're looking at. And this is what shows shitty about it, is that people are looking about like, well, we can't stop what is going to happen. What we can do is try and remedy to a point and have these kids prepared for what will be. And I understand that your notion is like, well, no, you can still teach them what they need and they can adapt along with it. But they're looking at it like, no, the future is already happening so fast, so quickly. We're going to have these kids by the time they graduate not have to worry about these certain antiquated methods.
If that was the motivation behind the act,
sure,
I would at least give them some grace.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just thinking out loud.
But that's not. But literally, the motivation behind the act is they're trying to get more people to be able to read. That's literally what they're
trying to get more people to be able to read. But they're
experimenting with
a terrible.
Because dude, the Scholastic Administration is just an experiment.
And I'm not saying you're wrong. But what I am going to say is, if they're experimenting with getting more people to read, what was wrong with the old method? Because
there was. The fact that it was causing frustration for some of the people in the class.
Sure.
That's it.
For some of the people, but then it caused frustration for everyone else. That's what, like, once I saw those numbers. Like, keep in mind, I'm not a part of the Scholastic Administration
for sure.
But once I saw those numbers and they're like, well, we took a new direction. And we found out only one person is excelling, but the rest of them aren't. Be like, well, no, we still need to figure out the proper balance.
That's a bigger crew. Yeah. When you got homies in your crew.
Sure.
You don't, like, theoretically, you don't feel as bad for being in that crew.
I guess.
But when there's only like a few homies in your crew, and when you're looking around at the homies and you see what they look like, and it's like there's like 3 homies, and one of them they're when they close their mouth, their teeth don't meet. like part of their jaw, their bottom jaw is way to the right, and their top jaw is way to the left, and that's your crew.
Yeah, that's
a bad crew.
That's a bad crew.
But when your crew is like literally everybody else in class, then the teacher can be like, well, thank God we're bringing these slack-jawed yokels up.
Yeah, but I think that, again, like I had said, if I saw the percentage of the class struggling with what was going on and only 1% of the class excelling from what was going on, I would honestly be like, well, we clearly need to take this 1% and put them in a class.
Put them in the bad apple cart.
with other 1%ers.
Yeah.
And we'll teach them that way. So then they are on par with the other kids learning the antiquated way.
So
that's what I would do. Call me old fashioned.
So they don't want to they want to not separate kids as much as possible anymore because of what it does to their self-esteem. So we reached the self-esteem era.
Yeah, I know.
And that's when things went bad.
I know.
So the other thing that I went nuts about this whole phonics thing.
Yeah.
And I came with research. I had numbers. I had graphs and charts and shit. And you can track. Dude, this is crazy. Because I didn't like being told this.
You strike me as the type of dude. I'm glad you asked that question.
Thank you. Well, thank you for having me.
Valid point.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Welcome to my Sid talk.
I hope you guys are ready for the hardest dick you're ever going to get on this.
And basically, you can track the decreasing literacy rate in America to the implementation of sight words.
Yeah. Well,
it's a crazy.
But like right there, if you have this information, there's no way they don't have this information. They don't want it. I understand they don't want it, but this is where I differ. This is where I don't understand. And I understand that you're trying to make all the kids feel good about themselves. Mm-hmm. But if you're looking at declining trends, when you are trying to implement a new experiment, and the trends are constantly declining, The experiment has failed. So therefore, you either start over or you try to save as much face as you can with the Scholastic administration while you're trying to develop a new experiment. You go back to the antiquated one that has the numbers that at least kind of work.
The real problem that we have is that we don't know logic anymore. And when I say no logic, I don't mean like, that's logical, that's not logical. We don't know how to test logic as an individual person anymore. So when they see the trends, you can conclude a lot of different things. Yes, you can conclude that this isn't working, but you can't conclude definitively why it's not working. That can be a very subjective conclusion. Sure. So you can say it's not working because we're not implementing it perfectly.
Sure.
So then you just keep trying to implement it better, and you just keep trying. You change the ways you're implementing it.
See, we need to go back to this isn't working because this is retarded. And I'm not even saying retarded and stupid. It's retarding them.
Yeah, it's regressing.
It's regressing them.
Regressing.
It is retarding them. I think if that would happen, I don't know.
But we don't know how to test logic anymore. Yeah. And it's the same thing. Like we were just saying, like the whole if you test a lot, if we just go back to the thing that we were talking about whether or not somebody is made to cry or somebody cries from things that are internal inside of them. If you test that logic, you will never come out of that logic test with the answer that people are made to cry by things outside of them. And that's the problem. You can still believe what you want to believe.
Sure.
Because that became more important than testing logic. Having strong convictions is more important than than logically testing out your thoughts.
Sure. But I think it's what do you think is a good test for logic?
I like the Socratic method. Personally. I mean, the scientific method is probably a better method for testing out systems.
Now, hold on. Now, Socrates was the third person they picked up in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Third?
He might have been the third.
Socrates, yeah.
He might.
Yeah.
He might have been the third. And from what I do, and now correct me if I'm wrong, I believe in the Socratic method, Bill S. Preston, Esquire, and Ted Theodore Logan do profess to Socrates that, like sands to the hourglass, those are the days of our lives. And that's what Socrates pulls from Dust in the Wind, from the lyrics they gave him.
Yes. Yes.
And Sidney, you can't even deny that that's wrong.
Listen, I will never debate the Tao of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Are you crazy? Listen,
it's pretty unfallible, dude.
I am an iconoclast, but I'm not a retard.
No, you're not.
I'm not
the most triumphant words of Bill and Ted. They are. You can't even knock it.
I'm gonna be copacetic about this.
So, for you to go up against the most heinous scholastic administration, you would use a Socratic method.
and most bullshit logic can't make it past the first step of the Socratic method.
What is the first step of the Socratic method?
It's a series of questions. The whole Socratic method is a series of questions.
Okay.
Because we're not debating the claim. What we're doing is we're testing the validity of the claim.
Sure.
Right? So the first question is, what evidence do you have that is the case?
Of what?
It doesn't matter what the claim is.
What evidence I have is that.
So make a claim.
Make a claim.
Yeah, just any claim.
Make a claim. Oh, make a claim.
Mm-hmm.
The 1985 Chicago Bears were the greatest NFL team in history.
Okay, this is perfect. All right.
Numbers wise, stats wise.
So what evidence? So what is your evidence that backs that up?
Numbers wise, stats wise, their style of play, and the amount of wins.
So it would be specifically which stats and which numbers,
wins, percentages in that regard, and they're the winning the winning of the Super Bowl. Their number of wins in the I don't know if it's NFC or AFC.
Yeah.
But their number of wins in that conference, which then led them to the Super Bowl, was surpassed by none in the entire league.
Okay, so what would somebody who disagreed with you say about that?
Fuck Chicago Bears. That would be their argument would be fuck Chicago. Their argument would be this: like with most people reflecting on the past, especially in sports, because I can relate to this too. As a person who is a Flyers fan, I could say, in the 1990s going into the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Fuck the New Jersey Devils. Fuck all of them.
Yeah.
But I will then also I'll be like, yeah, fuck New Jersey. But I will also say Martin Brodeur is, in my opinion, the greatest goaltender that ever lived.
Yeah.
As where most people who would be like, fuck Chicago Bears, they would also be like, but that 1985 team was unstoppable.
Okay, so this is the real I skipped to the third question, but the second question, I realized that the second question is now important because of the way you answered it.
Sure.
So the first, your evidence is stats, wins,
sure,
and play style.
Yeah.
Right. So then you go, what assumptions do you have to make for that to be true?
What assumptions would I don't?
You have everything, and this is really important.
So assumption also, does that incorporate fact, or is that just my assumption?
It can, but you can't make a claim without a presumption. Like you have to presume something in order for a claim to be made.
But if it's fact, do you have to make a presumption with fact? That doesn't make any sense. If it's fact, you don't presume anything. It's just that it is.
Whoa, so give me an example of a fact without a presumption.
I don't presume that the Chicago Bears had more wins than any other team. Yeah, but, I know that for a fact.
So here's what I mean. Right? So if you go, I presume that the Chicago Bears are better because of their stats. They have more wins and their play style, right? So you have to presume then that a team that has more wins than any other team makes it the best team. So, like, let's just say they had the most wins, but they didn't win the Super Bowl.
Sure.
Are they still the best team? Let's just say they had the most wins one year, but the next year they had the least amount of wins. Are they still the best team? Same team next year.
Again, I'm also basing these wins on these wins and the presumption that they are the best because they won the championship. The championship.
So that's your presumption.
That is my presumption.
You see what I'm saying?
But it is also a fact, though.
Yeah, but you have to presume.
I wouldn't say they're the best football team in the world. They were the best football team in America based on the winning of the Super Bowl. I think that's how most teams kind of judge the championship. Now, don't get me wrong.
Well, for sure, but let's just say a team like the Buffalo Bills, who went to the Super Bowl like 4 years in a row and never won it.
Sure,
they're not a shitty team.
No,
right? But just going four years in a row doesn't put them up there as one of the best teams.
I would say it kind of does.
It kind of does, but you wouldn't have that argument with somebody.
I mean, if someone were like, "Yo, who's a team that was very, very good on paper, on record, but then wasn't the best," I would say the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, so then you're dealing with a whole different claim and a whole different set of presumptions.
All right, what's question number 3?
Question number 3 was, what would somebody say? And the reason why I had to go back to question number 2 is because fuck the Bears isn't the argument.
Fuck the Bears. I know it's not an argument, but people would make it that argument.
But what is the argument that people would make that would refute your claim?
That's the whole thing. That's why I said, even if you were to look back in hindsight, like I could be like, fuck the Devils, but then refuting my claim would be like, also Martin Brodeur is fucking very, very good.
Well, that's important.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I think if it were to be if it was 1985 now, and the Bears were still crushing, there are also going to be people like, yeah, fuck the Bears. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You could be the best in the world. I don't give a fuck. I don't like you. That would refute.
That's strong emotional conviction. That's not a logical claim.
I understand it's
and
not.
That's what I'm saying is the problem.
Is the strong
emotional conviction outside of logical?
Oh yeah,
like checking the logic is the problem.
I can.
So what we're trying to do is get a person to check the logic outside of their emotional conviction.
Well,
we can't stand for an emotional claim.
Sure,
like that's not a claim. So you go back to again. The claim is the Chicago Bears are the best football team based off of stats, wins, and play style. So then what assumptions about their play style has to be true in order for that play style to mean that they're the best?
The fact that they won. The fact that they're able to win.
So did other teams use that play style and not win? Were they the only team that used that play style?
I think other teams tried to emulate it and copy it, but they couldn't. I think it was at the point.
Wait, when you said that they couldn't, you mean that they didn't have the same results, or that they couldn't emulate the play style? I think they
couldn't emulate. They wanted to.
So what
made attempts.
What is the thing that they couldn't emulate? Do you see?
I see what you're doing.
This is all we're doing is testing the logic.
I understand.
We're not debating the claim.
And really, what you're doing is, and you made the point earlier.
Mm-hmm.
If you remove the emotional content from it,
mm-hmm.
everything will fall into a logical standpoint. If you remove emotion from it, everything falls into the logical stand. You have no other choice but to be logical about it. So I understand that in the Socratic method. However, if you're trying to apply that into a scholastic administration,
mm-hmm.
I think the problem comes with developmental, a child's development.
Mm-hmm.
I think children are just emotional beings to begin with. I don't think they have the ability, not all of them, I'm saying most of them, at some point in time, have the inability to separate a logic from emotion. And I think the problem is, and this is where things get iffy with the scholastic administration, is because they're not trying to delay or dismiss emotion. Unfortunately for them now, they're trying to put they're trying to put a logical emphasis on emotion, and I don't think that's possible. I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to be like, yeah, we've tried logic and stern logic for so long, but you know what logic does? It makes people feel bad about who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is children don't need, it's not that they don't need, I guess it's the wrong word. I don't think they're equipped logically to accept logic. I don't think some children are logically equipped to accept logic because they are still emotionally bound by who they are in their development.
No.
You don't think that?
That's I would say that is objectively not true.
You don't think that children are more emotional beings?
No.
You don't think that?
I think that we're actually logical beings, and we're constantly testing our logic in the real world. That's mostly what child not raising, but like as a child growing, like that's mostly what you're doing is testing your logic.
I understand that, but I do think that inadvertently children are more emotional beings than they are logical beings.
Mm-mm.
I
will agree with you that they don't necessarily have the capacity to articulate things.
Sure.
And there are more tears because of that. But it's because they run up against a roadblock logically, and then they get frustrated, and then there's tears.
I also think again, I'm just judging on children I've been around, whether or not I was supposed to or not. A lot of these children are, I think, maybe they are trying to go against something logically. Maybe they're trying to break something down logically.
Mm-hmm.
But their emotions get the best of them. That's what I think. They're too emotional. A logical person would be like, I understand. I don't understand this. I understand.
That's one option. See, and this is the other problem with the idea of logic. Like people are so far, and I'm not trying to say that you are so far removed.
I am.
But you said the thing.
I am.
Right. So you go, a logical person would blank. Right.
Yeah.
It's like maybe, Maybe a logical person would do that, but maybe a logical person would do another thing.
Sure.
Maybe a logical person would do another thing. So you can't make a claim about what a logical person does because logic isn't always objective. So somebody can be using a subjective logic framework, and that is going to have them have different consequences.
Now, here's a question. The subjective logical framework, is that coming from, if your type of logic is different from my type of logic, is that based on what you believe is logic from an emotional standpoint, or is that based on what I believe is logic from my emotional standpoint? Because I'm trying to negate emotion.
It's not what you believe is logic, but it's your framework that you're going from, right? So like if let's just say you're coming from what you consider to be a more the perfect example. We're both compassionate people.
Sure.
And we both are looking for the right way to progress something forward.
Okay.
Pick whatever it is. It doesn't have to be anything, or it could be everything.
Okay.
Right? It could be anything from the way we teach kids how to read to whether or not we tell transgender men that they're women or whatever.
Sure.
You know, it doesn't matter what it is. And if you feel like the emotional well-being of the person is better with the thing that causes them less emotional grief, right? And you feel like that logically produces better results, then you will have things that seem to cater to that person's emotions. Now, if I had a logical framework that said people need to move through their emotional grief so that they can come out on the other side of it stronger and better, then I'm going to have things that seem to be resulting in them having, from your perspective, it will result in them having more emotional struggles, right?
Sure.
But from my perspective, they're pushing through a hard emotional time to get to the better them on the other side. So it's not that we have a different idea of what logic is. We just have a different idea of how to push forward.
Sure.
Like we're still using the logical.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying. I just think that there has to be, in my head, and again, I think there is a definitive difference between right and wrong, and I do think sometimes the definitive, and I don't believe that ever negates logic.
There can't be a definitive difference between right and wrong.
I think there is a difference.
Like according to logic, there just can't be, unless it's your preference.
Again,
it can only be your preference. That's why, that's why religions and philosophy are so important.
Sure. Because
there is no, I mean, you look up any philosophical debate about right and wrong, there is no definitive right and wrong, which is why we have so many different cultures. If there was a definitive right and wrong, there would pretty much only be one, theoretically.
Only one culture.
Only one culture.
Yeah, I understand.
Right, but there's not, because there's not a definitive
look, not
right
everybody
and wrong.
can be American, man. It's just like,
I mean, America is the best.
I'm sorry.
This is the best culture.
I'm sorry, West India.
Yeah.
You can't fucking
yeah.
dude.
Yeah, it's so funny. Is that like we typically have this conversation before we start recording, and it somehow snuck its way onto the podcast
really did.
this week. This is a crazy thing. It's like,
sorry, everybody.
Yeah, sorry.
You know what?
Sorry.
Logically, we made you cry.
Yeah.
We may have made you cry. With logic.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
They fucking have to trudge through one debate about logic.
What are you gonna do? I can't wait for the comments.
Yeah, dear God,
I can't wait. Well, we definitely did it. We definitely declared war on the Scholastic Administration.
We definitely did.
We definitely did that. We definitely, at the end there, we were taking some shots at logic and emotion. And but I think we're better for it.
I think we're better for it.
I think we're better for it.
I think we got through it.
I think we definitely did.
I think for the amount of times that we had this conversation before recording,
sure.
I think it wanted to happen.
Yeah, it had to.
It had to happen.
Logically, there was no way.
We were skating around.
Honestly,
we were skating around.
We were dancing around it super hard.
I am little emotionally rocked by it. But I'm gonna trust it. I'm gonna put it up. We're gonna put it up.
It's gonna go out there.
It's gonna be out there. And this would be. I mean, this is just what episode 35 is gonna be.
That's just what it is. It's a good middle-aged episode.
Yes.
And I'm glad you guys are getting this episode. And make sure you tell everyone to get on the Patreon. They get a bonus episode, secret unreleased episodes, and become part of the community only for $3. It's an amazing value. You could debate the logic in that, and you can't. It's $3. It's fucking steadfast. It's fucking concrete. It's the logical thing to do to get on that Patreon. There's no other fucking ifs, ands, or buts about it. And make sure you pick up the book Solomon that I wrote. The link will be in the description. Thank you to everyone who's picked it up. It's been an amazing thing just having people reach out and tell me how much they've enjoyed it or even that they hated it. The fact that they're even reading it is just more than I could ever ask for. We do
Imagine being a hater and reading something that somebody you hate wrote.
Imagine being a hater and watching a podcast all the way through. Week after week after week.
Yeah, it's also fair.
It happens.
It's also fair.
There's just people who do that type of shit.
I was, and to be fair, not to like single out any one hater, but when you were like, the comments are going to be, I thought about your hater.
Oh, yeah.
Your hater is going to love
He's going to lose it.
Yeah.
And you know what? And I hope he does.
Yeah.
And that's fine because he still, inexplicably went out of his way to watch it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, dude. You're crushing.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Dude, some people hate on shit.
Hey,
that's the way they absorb entertainment.
That's fine. I get it. I mean, I don't really get it, but I
was raised by it, but I don't get it either.
No.
But I accept it.
Yeah, I'll definitely. You know what? I want them to do whatever they want.
Dude, my mom loves the show Judge Judy, hates everything about Judge Judy.
Wild. What a wild thing.
It's crazy.
She
never misses an episode.
Different channels, dude. There's so much.
Dude, she basically watches the Judge Judy channel. It's like a 24/7 marathon of Judge Judy.
That is
and she
so
hates the
much
way,
vitriol going through.
Dude, she hates that Judge Judy thinks she knows everything.
Bitch.
My mom watches Judge Judy like
dude, that is so fucking nuts.
The whole time.
We do this every Sunday. I've been Ryan Shannon. This has been Sidney Gantt. This has been World War Fun. We will see you next time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Jesus Christ. Late.